Oh, oh.
Hello, everybody. This is
Hi,
Isaac
everyone.
Vega again,
Oh,
messing up not having sound.
oh, oh.
Hello, everybody. This is
We're
Isaac
gonna get it
Vega again.
eventually. All right. Look at that. It was even on your computer.
Yeah, and I had the Twitch channel up, so of
Nice.
course. Thank you for letting us know about the no audio dog. Might appreciate.
It's all right. That's only 5 out of 5. We've done that.
Exactly. Where's that sticky note, Lindsay?
I know. I thought of it literally as soon as they said it. I was like, my phone should have sound on it.
True.
I haven't turned it off yet.
So what we were saying was yesterday was pretty awesome. We had an amazing time doing our first day of AwSHUX, and we are here today with another awesome lineup. We're going to have Alan Girding and Brad Andres on to play some games. We're going to have our artist, Iram, on, who's a lead artist on Keystone. She's going to be talking to us here shortly. We have Crystal Dax coming up. We have Raynalyn and Phil from 1 Minute Board Games, and we're going to also be on the Shucks channel to play Just One today. So it's quite the lineup. Yesterday was so amazing. We had such a good time. And we were talking about in the non-voice time when you couldn't hear us how much like we've never done anything like this before, and yesterday was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it was just like you said, it was just nothing like I've ever experienced before.
Yeah, it was so much fun though, and we had such a good time. So today we're just gonna be chilling. If any of you all have questions in the chat, feel free to ask us. We'd love to answer any of your questions that you guys have about Keystone, any of your questions that you have about Rose Gauntlet, any other projects. This is the opportunity to ask away. To feel free to go ahead and ask us anything about what it's like to run the company. Anything you guys want to go ahead and ask, we are happy to answer those questions. Lindsay and I are also going to be eating lunch and actually taking time to have food today.
Yeah. Isaac forgot to plan breaks for yesterday.
Right.
So it was an interesting experience.
One 30-minute break happened just because we couldn't fill in that time slot. So it wasn't
Yeah, it was an accident.
So that was well needed. Today we don't have any breaks. Today we're eating our lunch and with you all. We both have like a French themed lunch.
Yeah, just coincidental. We didn't plan that.
So I ordered some food from Les Madelines. It's going to be a nice croissant sandwich with this tomato bisque soup, some broccoli, and I also got this like amazing oatmeal pecan raisin cookie that they make. That's like my favorite.
Cookie's almost as big as my face, I think.
Yeah, it's a big cookie. It's very, very good though. And Lindsay, what did you get?
I made a little fruit and cheese plate.
Nice.
I'm really excited about because there's chocolate on it, which is
very pretty.
Can't wait to get to that. And then the cheese is Beamster smoked Gouda, and then a new cheese I've never had called Port Salut, which I was told was funky, and I love funky cheeses. And because this is digital, my breath does not matter at all. Or do I need to respect other people's sense of smell? So I am excited to get into this cheese.
No, so I want to hear all about it. So Lindsay also did me the great favor last night of sending over. She sent it over earlier this week. Digimon box that she was able to secure at her local store, and yeah. I'm very excited to open it up. Thinking about opening up on stream maybe Monday. If you guys are interested in seeing that, just definitely let us know. Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait to dive in there.
So excited.
What is your?
I opened some packs this morning.
Oh,
when
yeah,
I got Black War Greymon. I
was
really pumped, yeah.
He's really cool, but I have yet to make him work out in my deck.
Yeah. I was actually probably the Rise Shine Greymon or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is not the rarest card you can get, but I've heard that's one of the best decks happening right now.
Yeah, like, there is some really cool strategies with him. I have, I think, 3 Shine War Greymons. I have the alt art one, which is really cool.
Do you?
Yeah. I'm lucky.
There's so many cool alt arts. I mean, I don't know if it's because they just launched or if this is just something they're going to be doing going forward. But there's so many cool alt arts so many cool promos just slipped into the regular packs. It's very cool.
There really are. I really love it. I'm gonna go ahead and change up our content for this on the video producer real quick, because I did not change it from. Oh no, it is on Just Chatting, so we're good. Okay.
Yeah, well,
I just want to make sure.
you probably just forgot to change it last night, so it
I
just
did.
stayed
I
on
didn't
Just
change it to
Chatting.
cards and board games.
Yeah.
The card and board game tag, which I should have done. But for some of you tuning in, I saw that we got some more viewers. Feel free to ask questions. We're just here having our lunch. If you guys want to ask any questions, we're ready to answer them. Please feel free to do so. We're happy to answer anything.
It's true, and we're really tired, so like we'll be honest in a way that we probably wouldn't be when we're less like exhausted.
Yeah, our walls are down. We're vulnerable.
Yeah, we're really vulnerable for honesty
We're
and accidentally slipping information out that we're probably not supposed to tell people yet. But okay, because we own the company, so we can't get in trouble.
Exactly. But until then, we'll probably just talk about Digimon.
Yeah. Or is there any other games that are like out for this con? Like, have you seen anything else in the other booths that you're excited about?
Ooh, yeah, that'd be great. Dogmite has a question here. What's been the biggest surprise about starting your own company? Want to take that, Lindsay? I'll have an answer here in a sec after I have some soup.
I think that's a great question. Honestly, I think the biggest surprise about starting my own company is that I can run a company.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean? And not that like I thought I could or else I wouldn't have done it in the first place, but like just like I can do it.
Right.
Like I can make the decisions and I can handle the money and we can come out with the timelines and the planning. And I think from the outside looking in, especially like when I was a little bit younger, it seemed so intimidating to be an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like something that just these incredibly intelligent people did. And I obviously didn't consider myself this incredibly intelligent person. And I don't think I am. I think it's just like you can do it if you're just a normal person. Those people that are doing the entrepreneurs, they're not geniuses.
Right.
They're not, you know what I mean? Like you can do it. You just have to plan, be smart, and really, I think one of the things that we did really well was prepare.
Yeah, it's insane too. Like once we started looking into it, how much information there is out there to starting and running your own company, getting all the legal stuff set up, making sure that you're doing everything that you need to do in order to, you know, make sure that you're in a good state legally as well. And yeah, it's been something that we've both dreamed about, but like any dream or any big thing or any big risk that you take, it's scary. It was scary to start off, and like we just, you know, we didn't know where we'd be or how to work out.
Yeah, it's still a little scary to be honest.
And like on top of all of that, like with the fact that like we were starting our company in 2020, which is not one of the most crazy years of my life, but I'm sure the world's as well.
I thought of that when we started it, and I'm like, it's 2020. Is this like really? Because we talked about it for so long, and we had waited for a long time too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wonder if we should like just wait longer, or like do we just go for it? But I think in the end, the lockdown gave us the opportunity to just have some time at the same time.
Yeah.
Because we've both been so busy with our careers. So when lockdown happened, it was just that like the couple of weeks that we needed to just talk it out finally and have the bandwidth. So in a way, it was really the perfect time. So I don't know when else we would have been able to have that like calm in the storm and the chaos.
I think my personal biggest surprise has been able to do this digitally with you. That I think that was the thing I thought would be incredibly hard. I thought it would be something that's so outside of both of our wheelhouses because like neither of us were really.
There's a reason we make board games.
Right, like neither of us are really like wanting to be online personalities.
Yeah.
And as much as like, you know, we've established some following and we've done the social media stuff and things like that, most of it's always been like, this is business. We'll be interviewed. We're happy to answer questions, but we're not necessarily creating our own content and pushing it out there. So, it's actually been a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be, and I'm actually really enjoying these moments. Like, I even think that this moment right now is really cool. Like, when's the last time we had lunch together?
I don't mean it's like almost 2 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a really neat time to be doing this kind of stuff. And I don't know, it's just working. It's just working so well. So I really appreciate it.
I can't believe like how much we've done. I almost wonder, do we ever need a location? I know we talked about having like essentially where we set up an almost like cabin for ourselves, like almost like a little cabin resort for us and our friends, or like events, you know, something that we would set up, but it would be mostly be set up not to run the business, but just to facilitate fun things to do with the community.
Right, and we also want to do like more filming and more stuff for our YouTube and things like that, and having like a studio would be fantastic.
Right, so a studio, but like, do we need the offices? Do we need, and maybe we do. Sometimes I wonder, like,
I don't
this
think
works
we do.
so well. Do we need the offices? Do we have to force everyone to move to us?
I think we can just continue investing in ourselves. And we can just keep decking out our own personal offices in our homes. There's so much convenience, and we have both found that we really excel in being able to control our own time.
Yeah, we both seem to do really well. And I think the people that we've brought on too, working on more of like a deadline system. So like, I don't care when you get your work done. You can sleep all day and work all night. Nothing matters except for hitting your due dates.
Yeah. So Epic Kill, just to interrupt real quick. So when is Rose Gauntlet Con? He asked. Hopefully. As soon as possible.
Yeah, we want to do it so bad. Also, there's going to be a lot of campfires at Rose Gauntlet Con.
Yes, a lot of campfires, lots of hot cocoa, lots of s'mores. Yeah. We want it to be very campy, relaxed.
I don't know why, but like Isaac and I feel like the most relaxing thing in the world is like a lake cabin with a campfire.
So,
and I think that would be so much fun. And then Isaac wants to hire a private chef for the con. I don't know how that's gonna work.
A private chef for the con. It's gonna be a very small con to begin with, but it will happen.
We could do some amazing catering. Because honestly, one of the worst things about cons is the food. Not outside. The city, amazing. But the food in the con, terrible.
So, kind of going back to what we were talking about, like having a location, right? You know, one of the things that I've been thinking about is that, like, originally, like, we want the location mostly because we want a studio. We want a place to record. We want a place to invite people. We want a place to do things. But, I wonder if, like, we could try investing in a mobile studio. Like, we just make sure that we have all the equipment that we need that's really easy to set up wherever we are, right? And then we get together and we rent a really cool place. And we just kind of show those places off. And, like, this is a cool place to go play board games. It's a fun Airbnb. And we do our recording of Gourmet Gauntlet or whatever. And then we could also more easily accommodate the guests that we want on the show. Because then we can go to those locations and we can have more people.
If you want to take company money and buy a really nice RV for us.
I don't think we need an RV for this.
I mean, right? I would beg to differ. We're going on a countrywide tour. It sounds like run events all around the country.
I think we can.
I am going to need a tour van for that.
Talking about saying the RG RV, Rose Gauntlet RV, is perfect.
Yeah. I just want to be in luxury, whatever, whether we're on the road or in the Airbnb. I want our guests to be in luxury.
Maybe we'll start with a Prius. We have to start upgrading.
Yeah, start with a Prius. It's just like towing a very small U-Haul.
Right. So, yeah, I just think like if we can get some really nice equipment that's really mobile. Right? We have kind of like certain things that we know we always set up, like maybe just like a few like knickknacks or plants or things like that we we want in the shot to make it like Rose Gauntlet-y, to make the space Rose Gauntlet, have the lights set up.
I mean, I can make that RV really Rose Gauntlet for you.
You really want this RV idea, don't you? That's funny. I see we got some more viewers. Thank you for coming in. If you guys have any questions for us, this is a perfect opportunity to ask them. We're just pretty much sitting here having a lunch, interacting with the chat. We'd love to hear what you guys want to know. What do you want to know about the company, starting a company, Keystone, anything. Feel free. That's really good today. The soup is on point.
You said you like that soup. This cheese, this funky cheese, it is in fact very funky. I love it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the Port Salut. It doesn't look like there's any port in it. Maybe it's a seaside thing. But if we had the Rose Gauntlet Con, what like events do you think we would do that would be different than what people would get other places? So I feel like we'd put our own spin on it.
Yeah, I think like number one, I want to make sure that people can. I think the hardest part of like cons, especially as they get bigger, is especially for new people that haven't been at cons before, is like, how do I make friends? How do I interact with people? You know, like it can be nerve-wracking, especially because a lot of cons, especially the bigger ones, you just see a lot of people in their cliques. Like they came with people, they're going to stay with people, they're going to do that. And I would like to encourage more integration of people, maybe like board game, what is it, like date night thing like people do?
Speed dating?
Speed dating. Board game speed dating. Just to get you in, like, just to get you to know new people and interact with new people and kind of break that thing. And like, we could have like a whole bunch of really fun speed games set up, like games that only play in 5 minutes and that are super easy to play.
That's a great idea. We should just run that event and then, well, probably not a Gen Con because it's so big, but if there was a small con we went to, we could probably set that up as just like a fun thing to do.
I'm sure someone's done something similar before, but I'm sure it'd be a fun like staple of the event.
Yeah. I
really like the idea. I love what AwSHUX has done with their mega games as well.
Yeah. Have you ever done one?
I have never done one, but I want to.
I just watch every time and be jealous.
We're always working the shows. We don't get to participate.
Yeah, I'm watching from either the booth or whatever panel that we're currently on, as everyone over there has fun, and we talk about, like, how to get your spouse to play board games.
But yeah, I think, I don't know. I'd like to see more giant games.
I want to play
games that are very physical.
This is something I'm going to try to set up because we're going to try to do like a little mini Rose Gauntlet hangout in, I think it's like June. When we're all vaccinated and good to go for a while. And what I want to try to do is set up a Dread game outside with like the 6-foot tall Jenga set.
Whoa, that'd be so cool.
Wouldn't that be fun? So we're going to try that at that weekend at the cabin.
You know, it'd be interesting.
See how that goes.
You know, it'd be interesting too. Is if it was like everybody that came to the con was required to play in it.
The Dread game?
So yeah, like you have to.
Oh my god, I don't know how I could run that. That would be amazing.
I think like you could totally run that very easily, but there's like we give everybody, we take everybody's phone numbers or another like app, we could do their Discord or whatever. And then they get a notice when an event happens for them. And they have to go to the Jenga and they have to run over and pull a brick. And depending on what happens, something. And we could give away prizes. I mean, for pulling well.
They knock that tower over, they're dead. That's Dread.
You know?
You don't live when that tower goes down.
They have to leave the car. Like, all right, well, you gotta go. I'm sorry, pack up. That'd be terrible. But no, I think it'd be really funny if like they got like entered into, like, maybe if it was daily, right? Like everybody gets a pool daily, and something tells them that like, oh, you have to do this, and if you do this by the end of the day, like you get a prize.
That'd be cool.
Like that.
And they'd have to make like one decision point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like every time they ran up, we'd be like, hey, you have like so many minutes to get here. Because I think that would just be funny, seeing everyone like rush over. It's like frantically, and then like there's one decision point that they have to do, and then that decision that they make completely out of context affects the entire story. Or maybe we're posting the story somewhere else. But
yeah, I mean, we could definitely do a Twitch stream each night, just advancing the story and telling people like what happened throughout the day because of what took place.
You're right. So like you run up and you're like, you see a stray dog and it's coming towards you. What do? And then that one decision affects the whole rest of the story.
Right.
Like, I have no idea what's going on.
Equip Kilt says his friend has a lacquered Jenga set that to play Dread with. It's me.
How that would be lacquered? That would be so hard.
Yeah, you have to pull it out. Like,
yeah. Sticky lacquerous. Oh, that'd be brutal.
Mm. Yeah, there'd be fun things to add on this. Epic Kilt has another question for us. At this time, how big do you see the company growing, or what are your growth goals? So, early on, I'm sorry I'm chewing while I'm talking. How about, Lindsay, you answer this, and then I'll tell what I put on the... I'll say what I put on the mind map.
So, I think it's interesting, because I don't think Isaac and we know the kind of community we want to build and the kind of company we want to build, but I don't think we have a definitive grasp on what that size looks like. We know that there is a point where we feel like the size of the company is enough to still be intimate while covering all of our needs.
Yeah.
And when we hit that point, I don't think we're very interested in growing it any further.
Yeah.
We
want it to be manageable. For sure. We still want it to feel very community driven.
We want to know our employees too.
Right. We want to know our employees. Yeah. We want to know their lives. We want to be able to understand, like, make sure that they're happy and that their lives are better by working at our company, not made worse or more stressful, and have a set of disconnection with them. Both of us have worked in those kind of environments before, and
many times
soul crushing. So we want to make sure that that is not the feel of what we're doing with Rose Gauntlet. When I put together the mind map, I think there were 54 positions that we're hoping to get to within 10 years.
Mm-hmm. I think around 50 for sure was what we were thinking.
And it's just like 54 positions that these are all jobs that need to be done. These are jobs that need to be done like kind of now that Lindsay and I handle. But eventually we hope they grow into full-time positions, right? They're little things that we're all dealing with, but neither of us are necessarily like the best person or the expert to do these things, and we want to keep growing those teams in order for it to be better and better as our community grows, as we get more people. Real quick, Epic Kilt says, not stressful and so crushing. Does such a thing exist?
We don't know yet. We're going to try to build it.
We're going to try. Like it's work is work. It's hard sometimes.
Yeah, there'll still be times like that you don't want to do it.
Exactly.
There's times where I wake up and I don't want to, even like a new game where I'm excited about, like I just don't want to work.
Yeah, like honestly, like this is the hardest part of development, right? For Keystone.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most difficult part. It's when you're like, okay, we're right at the final stage. We know everything's working really well, but like there's just these little edits, these little things. There's all these little headaches and these things that pop up.
Boring.
It's just like, I just want it to be done.
Yeah, so
it works, it's done, but like striving for that perfection is
this is by far the worst part. It's the most boring because all the exciting decisions have already been made. It's like just tinkering with the way you phrase one sentence in the rule book for a day, try to figure out the best way to do it. And Isaac, when I was starting out, Isaac gave me a piece of advice that's turned out to be incredibly true. And he says, making a board game is like this reverse curve because you come up with the idea and everything's exciting and everything's happening and the potential is just exponential of what this game could be. And then you start working on it and then like crap, you know what I mean? You're fixing it and eventually you get to a point or it's working really well, you start getting bored and tired, and you've been playing this game hundreds of times, and you never want to see this game again.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Like it's just getting a little old, and then it comes out and it skyrockets back up into like the most satisfying experience ever.
Yeah, it's so funny because it's just like this entire, like, you'd think like, oh, now everything's working, so we're at our happiest. It's like, no, it's just like all this stuff needs to get done now. Like business mode kicks in. Like you have to make sure that everything is finalized, everything is well done, everything is moving forward, and then you just have to make sure that you're gonna be able to get this thing out, and when people are gonna be happy with it, and then you set it into production, and it's like out of your mind for like 2 months. And then it all comes back flowing through, and then it's out in the public, and then you get super excited again, and that's always awesome. But at the same time, like, then there's another like dip in that process, because it's just like, okay, now I'm like demoing it like crazy, I never want to play this game again, moving on to the next thing. Like so it's just like, it's so funny like how that can go. But I don't know, it's better than any other job I've ever had.
I know. It's the most satisfying thing I've ever done with my life.
But it is
Do you still want to play Dead of Winter?
I think I've had enough separation.
Isaac, be honest. You still like
I
playing
haven't,
Dead
honestly, I haven't
so
played,
done with that game.
I personally haven't played Dead of Winter in like 2 years. I think I think the last time I played Dead of Winter is when I was demoing the large version at AwSHUX a while back, which I think was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So I'm down to play it. It's been enough time.
Oh wait, I ran that. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
That was where we had that insanely long table with the colonies. Oh my god, that was the hardest game of Dead of Winter I've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
I've never managed so many people at once. I think it was like you and me tag teaming it. That was so hard.
Yeah, for sure. It's a pretty good game.
Yeah, it's really good. And I get it, like, you've played it, like, I don't know how many times you've ever played that game, but I know it's a lot.
Yeah.
When you probably played it for all the times where it wasn't so much fun.
Out of all my games, I've probably played Dead of Winter and AwSHUX the most. Because AwSHUX needs a lot of testing, and Dead of Winter was so popular.
I know. Do you think you'll ever do another like large scale card game like that?
A large scale card game like AwSHUX?
Like super competitive.
Yes.
Because you kind of need like a team to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I very much want to. And I've already talked. You know the answer to this.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to get you to like spoil some surprises.
Yes, and
on behalf of the people, I'm trying to lure you. I'm trying to trick you into revealing things.
And there I go, dropping something, as I knew I would, on the stream. Caught for everybody. Oh well, I caught it.
See, these questions are really good. Yeah, this is great. Just keep asking them.
Yeah.
I'm tired of coming up with things.
If you don't have any more, we'll go back to talking about Digimon.
Yep. What was the game that you said that you were excited about that's being featured here?
Huh?
What was the game you said you were really excited about?
I would like to check out Brew, which is like at the top of the hotness.
I
like the art style. It's so fun.
I love the art style. I don't really know much about the game. It's just the art style so intriguing.
Yeah. Dogmite has a question for us. Would you like to make CCGs or LCGs? I am going to be pushing us into the CCG realm. We're moving away from the LCG.
That's the spoil I was looking for.
I've already done an LCG, and it's working, and it's fine. You know, people like AwSHUX, and it got reborn, and I don't think I need to add more to the LCG space right now. I think there should only be enough space for one Isaac Vega LCG in existence, and I think I'm going to push into the CCG space and see how I feel there. But we won't push a CCG out of Rose Gauntlet, and it might not even come out through Rose Gauntlet. We might choose to partner with another company or something if it's the right fit, because a CCG requires a big team.
Yeah,
it requires a big team, and we want to make sure we're incredibly established before we have that. However, based on what I've seen, like with the success of like Flesh and Blood and their process. They were preparing for that game like 10 years before it actually released.
I know, and they have their stuff mapped out 10 years from now. They have like ideas of how they want the characters and the story to evolve and the cards to go along with that.
So
I really want to meet them. Sounds really
my
interesting.
hope, well, they're New Zealand. Let's go.
Yeah, sure.
My hope is that we are able to bring that team together and plan things out for a significant amount of time and have the budget and the ability to do that really, really well. And then when we have the release, it is like stellar and it has things planned out like they did 5-10 years out.
Yeah, because I think it's really important. Like, I mean, obviously, all the games that we come out, we want to support, we want to pour the love into. If people are really digging it, we want to keep giving them new stuff for it. But I know it's really important for you and I personally to not get too trapped into a single IP or a single design, because we have so many stories that we want to tell and so many games that we want to make that we're happy to kind of turn that over to people that we trust and people that we think are doing a great job so that we can keep moving and not get stuck for a year or two of just making one world or one thing.
Right. And honestly, like, I think both you and me putting our heads together can conceptually make a CCG really well. We can invent a whole bunch of cards. We can make something really interesting that functions very well, has an amazing world, an amazing theme. But neither of us are like a Nick.
No.
Nick Conley, who's currently running Ashes.
Yeah, he's the lead developer and he controls all of Ashes. He's the only one that Isaac trusted to pass Ashes to.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, he's amazing.
We need more people with his type of mindset. And when I say that, like, Lindsay and I are incredibly creative, incredibly inventive. We're trying all this kind of interesting stuff, but there is someone that also, like, for a CCG to function, there is someone that needs to come in that's incredibly good at the math, making sure that you're restricted to the boundaries that you set so that the rules are not taken by the community and broken in ways that you never foresee. It's incredibly important for someone with the mindset of a high-end player and knows how that high-end player is going to think, to come in and just be able to try to break everything and refine everything to those constrictions in order for it to really stay true to the what that is going to represent. The CCG that you're trying to represent. I hope I made that clear. It felt like I was.
I think
I saw like three text and things happening at the same time.
The ideal person would be like a fan who was just obsessed with that world and obsessed with that game, and it was just the best thing they'd ever played, and they loved it. And then they just happen to have that brain and that design. Like, we can teach them kind of how to do some of the mechanical things.
Yeah, and they also have to have a work ethic and a desire to stay on that project for the long term, because projects like that really need someone with that mindset and a passion and an ability to stay on the long term and foresee it through and pretty much be the perfect encyclopedia to all of the rules questions, which is not me. Like, I mess up my own rules all the time.
I know, yeah.
I made them, I created them, and I mess up my own rules all the time.
I have looked up my own rules before. Like, what? Well, I guess I did that, so I guess I'll follow my own rules.
Yeah, if you asked me verbatim, like, what are the exact rules of Dead of Winter right now, I wouldn't know. There are 35 different versions of Dead of Winter in my head. I don't know. I remember the gist, but I can't tell you. Like, I would have to reorient myself with the game right now in order to really teach it to you perfectly. So yeah, I definitely look at the rule book. What did I write down? What did I create? Yeah, that's just how it is. But or at least for me. There are people better than me, and that's what we need to hire for that project. So I see there's some new viewers in. We're going to be closing here in about 10 minutes. So we can go ahead and be ready for Iram, who's going to be our artist here in a little bit. If you have any last minute questions, please feel free to ask them. We're just having lunch and having people come and ask us questions about the company, about Keystone, anything you want to ask questions about. But if not, like, we're just going to continue eating food and talking about things that interest us in this moment, as friends do.
Yeah. This is legitimately just what our business meetings look like.
Mm-hmm.
Us eating food, just talking.
There should be more eating in our meetings.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a fridge in here. That's what I need. Such easy access is probably a terrible idea.
I have this this office that I have, the previous owner, it was actually a card game room. They had like...
Oh really?
Yeah.
Like poker or bridge or something?
Yeah, they had poker set up. This entire wall that I have in here was like all like old like records that they had hung up.
Really?
And right over here, they had a mini fridge and a little like setup for like alcohol and stuff. That was really cool. So like when we were getting the house, we knew this was going to be a bedroom. And they asked, "Do you want to make this into a closet?" The like area that's like the little cubby for like alcohol and mini fridge, and I was like, no, I want to make it like that one. Use it again like that again. But then I was like, my fridge is so close. I was like, why do I need another little fridge? Like, there's no reason whatsoever. And I need more excuses to get up.
Yeah.
So...
Have you put in that loft yet? Weren't you working on a loft in your house?
No. There is that entire other room that's like supposedly an attic in my house, but it's an entire other room that we can
I've never
utilize.
seen it. I've been in your house so many times. I've never seen this mysterious additional room. Where...
Yeah, it's pretty large. It's like the size of a room. And it's drywalled and it's nice. And like,
how do you get to it?
Huh? You have to climb up through an attic ladder. It's
That's weird.
Yeah,
so it's like a finished room that's accessible only by a ladder?
Yeah. And I was
that
like,
makes sense. Why would they not build like a staircase for
yeah,
it?
like what I really want to do is like have a secret entrance for my master bedroom into
that'd
it,
be cool.
and have get like a ship staircase. They have like these really like stairs on stairs on ships are kind of like
a rope
half
ladder?
ladders. No. They're like,
that's a staircase on a ship, I think. Of.
No, I mean like a military ship, like these like crazy,
oh, okay, like the
military
spirals.
ships. Yeah, they have spiral ones, but they also have like just straight up ones that are kind of like a staircase that's like just all metal.
Right.
Because the reason I can't like go up there is that that little ladder does not support an Isaac. And there's also no windows, and that's the only entrance and exit. So it's just like I would want to add windows and want to do other things. So I don't know.
Such a weird room. Like I wish I could ask the people what they were thinking about when they decided to do that. Because the only way to get to it is through your bedroom closet, right? Like it's a weird secret room.
Yeah, and I have an entire other attic above my garage. That's a normal attic.
That's so weird. They must have been planning something weird for it. Like they were spies or secret agents.
Maybe.
That was gonna be their secret interrogation room.
All that I found up there was a Christmas wreath that they left. That's pretty much it.
Oh, it's just good secret agents. They don't leave your face.
Great secret Santa agents. That's what they do.
Are you excited to talk to Iram?
Oh yeah, she's great.
Yeah, me too.
She's great. She's from Turkey. She's gonna tell us all about the great food in Istanbul. And then we're gonna
that's really what the call is about.
It's all about right
the food in Istanbul and how good it is.
Yes. She's so good too.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to lock her down forever. She's gonna work forever.
You will work for us forever.
I will make it an offer that you cannot refuse for the rest of your career. She's just that good. And she's like really enjoyable to work with. Like it's all the things that we look for.
Yeah, we've certainly lucked out with our artist.
Yeah.
And they're all very, very great. So, you never answered what's the name of the con that you're looking most forward to?
Hold on. Cover for terrible timing.
No worries, no worries. We're here, we're eating. If you guys have any last minute questions, we'll be heading out in like 3 minutes. Now's the time.
So obviously Brew, I think everyone's excited to see that game.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another game called Lawyer Up. And
It was number 2 on the hotness.
Is it number 2 on the hot list?
At least it was this morning. I don't know. I checked pretty early.
Because I love lawyer, like books, lawyer games. I probably should have just been a lawyer. I don't know why I didn't do that because I love everything about it. Like Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney is like my favorite video game of all time. I love like Grisham novels. Like love so many like detectives, lawyers, and like, anything that blurs those lines. So when I saw that there was an entire game about having a court case, I have never been more excited.
Have you ever seen a board game that does that?
No, one of my goals was to make the first like law-based board game, but it seems like I didn't win that race.
Jeff was in the chat. He says,
Oh,
"Hi
Jeff.
guys, just finishing up my break at work. Bye guys. Thanks for stopping by, Jeff.
Hey Jeff.
Miss you. Hope you're having a good work day."
Jeff is the other designer on Keystone.
Mm-hmm.
For anyone in the chat.
He's the one that infected us with the love of conservation and all of the cute animals and horrifying animals. He's told us so many animal facts.
They're not all cute. What was there was one you showed me recently. I think it might be one of the secret animals, so we can't talk about it, but intimidating creature.
Yeah.
And I remember saying, like, what can we do to like make it look nicer? Like softer?
Look up all the
And you're like,
look
yeah.
every
Then I'm like,
picture up.
well, what if we show a baby?
Nope.
And then no, the baby is not any less terrifying.
Looks like an alien creature.
That is the scariest. Like I thought the like Hellbender or the Sidewinder was scary. No, I will hug a Hellbender before I hug that other creature.
We have another snake being worked on soon too.
We should have a snake and put a little flower on its head.
There you go. That's what they look like. They all have a little.
Or like a little
flowers on
hat. Like I think that would make it look less terrifying.
them. Oh yes. Well, did anyone notice a hat in Life After Dungeon in the image that we released? I want to know. No one's talked to me about it, and I was very disappointed.
So there's a big time spoiler in the Life After Dungeon announcement picture.
Mm-hmm.
But no one's found it yet. Or at least if they have, they haven't realized what it is. So go ahead and search.
Look for it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's too hidden. That's a problem.
It's too subtle, Isaac.
All right.
You should do a prize for whoever finds it first, and then I'll get some people digging real fast.
Well, we can keep going until Erin pops into the chat, I guess.
All right, she's at 1, right?
She's at 1, but I do have to kind of prepare OBS, so I probably should close.
Yeah, let's wrap up. And then I can.
All
I've
right,
eaten a lot of cheese and a lot of chocolate, so I'm ready to pack this one.
All right, y'all. Thank you for being here. This was really enjoyable. I like this.
Yeah, I'm excited to do it tomorrow.
Very
too.
nice, very relaxed. We will have another lunch Q&A tomorrow at the same time. Feel free to stop by, ask any questions. If you weren't able to ask your questions, feel free to ask tomorrow. And thank you, Dynamite. We will have fun today. It's going to be a fun day. My voice is in much better condition than I thought it was going to be, so that's good.
Yeah, we are pleasantly surprised.
Pleasantly surprised. And we're glad the audio worked out without headphones. We might try that.
Yeah, no one seems to be complaining,
No one seems to be complaining, so we might
are grateful.
do that for the next one. What? Oh! Dogmite saw it. Very sweet. Ah,
Oh, did he?
the top hat on the frog.
Nice. So now you just have to figure out what it means.
That's right. Now you have to just figure out what it means. All right, everybody. We're going to head out.
Yeah.
And we will talk to you soon. Thank you all so much.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.